So you get to Michigan. We'll get to talk about NIL here shortly. You go through camp, and I remember sitting here with Will Johnson, and he said, man, this dude is a freak. He'd go kill the combine right now. It reminded me of my first conversation I had with Coach Hank. You know, Hank Tierney is a Hall of Fame coach in the state of Louisiana. And my very first time seeing him was that day where you played against Arch Manning. And I felt like I said, best player on the field that day was you. You didn't play it down to DB.
Yeah, I didn't.
Coach Hank was like, this dude is an All-American defensive back too. I said, why don't you, if he's an All-American DB, why did you play him there against Arch? He said, well, I'm saving him because he's a weapon. So he said he's going to be better than Ryan Clark. He's going to be better, which is a pro, right? Pittsburgh Steelers. He was like, you know, I had the Joseph brothers. I had Ron Bellamy. He's going to be better than Ryan Clark. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I watched this dude play receiver. I haven't seen him play any DB. And then Will came up here and said, you know, you turned it out. So I imagine when you walk on the field at Michigan, there has to be a moment where you know, man, I am faster than all these dudes. I can hang with these guys, or I am better than these guys athletically. Do you remember when that was?
Probably the first day. You know, I came in with like some, you know, coming from where I come from, like you either gotta, you know you that or you ain't that. So I came in with that kind of frank knowing like I gotta be that because I always been the underdog. Because you know if I don't show that or like feel like I'm that, then I got no chance. So I came in and then I kind of tested my measures against the other guys. I always knew I was an athlete, great athlete at that. As far as like running and jumping and building, changing directions, I was a track guy too. So I knew I was gonna do well in those categories. My main focus was like, you know, probably getting my body in order, you know, putting some more strength on or like being durable.
Pop said you were 157 pounds when you showed up.
When I came in, yes.
157 pounds. 157 pounds?
Yeah, it was that.
And so you were ready. You felt like even at 157, I'm going to be all right.
Technically, yeah. I mean, because I was playing receiver. You know, really a receiver, as far as what the past then showed, it's not really a size factor. You just got to be well at what you do. Now, as DB, it does counter into that. You know, your body got to be durable. You're going to be tackling, you know, people coming at you. So as far as last year, I wasn't too concerned about that. This year, I'm dialed in on that.
Right, but that was just when you arrived. By the time you get to the season, where were you weighing in at?
I think I finished the season at like 192.
Okay.
I probably lost a little bit of that. I'm probably like the 188 range right now.
Okay. So Coach Herb, which you'll talk about.
He's
up, right?
he does what he need to do. Yeah, he's definitely the best at what he does.
So was it tough for you? I know everyone loves winning. Everyone loves playing.
Yeah.
It's easier to deal with not playing when you're winning, but that doesn't mean it's easy.
It's easy. Yeah.
Right. So what about for you last year? You played some.
Yeah.
Obviously not as much as you wanted. How much did that affect you last year?
Okay. Well, like you said, it's always easier to be there when it's going good, it's winning. And you can't really tell the coaches, okay, or make a big problem about it because we're winning. You know, you can't say what they're doing is wrong because at the end of the day, we're winning. Obviously, you're going to feel like you should be the one playing or the one in that position to, you know, be winning games. But, you know, I took it with a grain of salt. I know Coach Harbaugh, he has a saying, get better, not bitter. So I kind of really took that into emphasis of, you know, trying not to be salty or like just running out of here, or because I already knew what I can do, and I knew like once I got myself mentally and you know physically to that point to where I was ready to like put it out on display for everybody, like watch out. Once I got to that point, like I feel like now like it's only a matter of time to, you know, everybody know who I am. So
and so the word they kept hearing, man, he's running by everybody in practice.
Yeah.
Right, was that legit?
Yeah, that's legit. Yeah.
I'm talking about last year, not
last year. Yeah,
running by everybody in practice.
I was always a roller for sure. Yeah, I mean they used to use me as a deep guy. A lot of deep balls, a lot of deep posts. Get behind the defense easy.
So what were your teammates saying to you, number one, about how you were doing in practice, and then while you were not playing? Anyone kind of take you under their wing, counsel you a bit? As you were going through the process last year?
Yeah, I said a good amount. You know, I had, you know, Ronnie in my arsenal last year. Kind of showed me how you should take the approach of, being a dominant receiver. I also had some guys on defense telling me, like, yeah, you should be playing defense while you're not playing right now. So, but, having those guys, it kind of helped me out. Oh, it really did help me out. And they taught me the tools that, some of the tools I'm using right now and, just how to approach the game.
So at what point do they approach you last year about playing some defense too? When did they first introduce that? Was that back in the spring, or did it happen in the fall or during the season? When did it happen?
So in the spring, my head was like, I was like a chicken with his head cut off. I didn't know where I was going. So they was like, you just play offense, you figure out the receiver stuff, and, we'll go from there. As I get that down, I think I got that down right about maybe the middle of camp. I'm starting like, okay, I got everything down. And they're like, okay, every now and then, come to defense, and then like for a period here and there. And it was kind of like that the whole year. Like I'll go in, depends on how I'm feeling. Like I might play all defense today in the one-on-ones or 7-on-7, or I might play offense today. It was really just what I wanted. As far as like running the plays wise, I'll go over the defense probably like one period, run the playbook a little bit. So they wasn't like too confident in pitting me in because I only knew certain coverages.
Right.
Yeah, so they'll only pit me in to like, okay, you go here and you lock him down, and that's it. But I'd say it's when they started pitting me in like a good amount, say around the middle of the year, and then towards the end of the year, it was just a toss-up because I had learned, a good amount of the defense and then all of the offense. So it was really a toss-up of what I want to do that next year. And I knew I was going to have to make the decision soon, but I just didn't want to make it in the moment.
Right. So, this is all around the time as you trying to figure out what does the future look like.
Correct.
You know how it is now at the end of every year,
Mm-hmm.
Especially when a player is not playing, and I don't care the sport. They're looking like, what do I do? Do I stay? Do I go?
True.
Do I go closer to home?
True.
What was that moment or that thought process like for you? Who did you talk to? And was that something that you seriously considered?
I would say towards the end of the season, I did have a lot of people chirping at me. So, of course, places like back at home, like LSU or, some of the down south schools. I really didn't give it as much attention as maybe I wanted to. I heard it. I really let my dad talk to him. I really talked to him a lot. I was really focused on like, yeah, no matter if I go somewhere or if I stay here, I need to be where I need to be at. So that's what I was mostly focused on. Like I said, I heard some of it, not a lot. I had a big meeting with Coach Harbaugh, kind of like set the foundation, where we think things gonna go. That went well. Like I said, I'm here anyway, so ain't no better place to do it than here.
Right.